The teaser for Shrek 5. Yeah, like, is it edible? Like, what do they do with the chocolate afterwards? Because that's a huge waste of chocolate if they can't do anything with it.
Hey, Magic Mirror, who's the
Alright, we're gonna rewatch
Hey, Magic Mirror, who's the fairest of them all? Why, Shrek, of course.
And it froze. Did my whole computer
Ah!
Ew, Dad!
Ooh, mommy like.
Who's making this stuff?
Not me!
Whoa! Shrek 5, starring Mike Myers, Eddie Murphy.
The whole thing just froze.
Who's the fairest of them all? Why, Shrek, of course.
Okay. This sticker.
Course.
Not that one. This one. This Shrek right here. I went to a plant store with one of my friends, and they had this sticker on it, and I can't remember what it said, but I was like, I bought this sticker. I'm like, here you go, put it on your water bottle. Only think of me when you see this.
Course.
This is real.
Ew, Dad!
Ooh, mommy like.
Who's making this stuff?
Not me!
Whoa! Shrek 5, starring Mike Myers, Eddie Murphy, Cameron Diaz, and Zendaya? Oh, damn. Only in theaters. Christmas 2026.
People are so upset about this because they don't like the animation. They don't like the animation for the trailer.
It's the Disneyland Resort 70th celebration, and everyone's excited. Come celebrate happy with us, only for a limited time. Visit Disneyland.com/70 ticket offer for details.
Your father knows about saving money.
Gigi, fire up the ovens, Muffin Man. We've got a big order to fill. It's alive! Run, as fast as you can!
I think.
There it is, Mongo! To the castle! No, you great stupid pastry! Come on!
Mongo, down here! Look at the pony! That's right, follow the pretty pony! The pretty pony wants to play the cat.
I think Shrek 2 is one of those instances where the sequel is better than the original. Is that a controversial take? I think Shrek 2 is better than Shrek 1. Shrek 1 is a fantastic movie, but Shrek 2 so good. So good. This is a chocolate eclair cake.
Chocolate eclair cake. We're taking all the elements of a classic eclair and putting them into a cake form. We have a choux pastry base, creamy, delicious custard in the middle, and a decadent chocolate ganache on top. For the pâte à choux, we're going to spread it on a baking sheet into a square form. This is that tender, delicious layer that makes an eclair, and we're using it as the base for our cake.
For the custard, we're going to add some milk to a saucepan. This is one of those desserts where you can really taste the vanilla. So if you have one, I would use it here.
We're steeping the whole milk with lots of vanilla beans to get the most flavor out of them, then mixing lots of egg yolks, sugar, and starch to thicken the custard. We're going back to the stove with our vanilla custard until nice and thickened. You want to see those big bubbles popping all over the custard. And last but not least, lots of butter going in. And now it's time to assemble everything. We got the base, the custard, and lots of chocolate ganache on top.
So next day, time to slice.
It's so silky and so rich.
That does look really good.
Chocolate
but why
eclair
make
cake. We're
it?
taking all the elements of a classic.
Why do a shoe pastry if it's not going to be crispy and thick? It's just soggy then, right? I mean, that looks delicious. It's just the pastry. I guess to make it an eclair. This. I really want to make this. Yes. Yes. Which is funny because she has a lot of cooking videos.
The first marshmallow was invented.
I want to make this.
100 years ago, someone toasted it and turned it into a s'more. Today, we're adding our twist. Golden Graham cereal milk.
It's the Golden Graham cereal milk ice cream part. What is the flavor of Golden Grams? Is it cinnamon? I don't think I've ever had Golden Grams in my life.
That is spun into a silky smooth ice cream and then piped into a puck and frozen. Freshly made marshmallow, laced with pure Madagascar vanilla bean, cast around the frozen puck of graham cracker deliciousness. A bed of warm chocolate caramel ganache sitting beneath. This isn't the average marshmallow. This isn't the kind you can buy at the grocery store. This is the kind the French used to make in the 19th century when marshmallow was still a delicacy. This is our version of s'mores.
Oh man, that looks so good. Exactly. Like if you did it with puff pastry, because that's a thing. It is a Napoleon where you put the puff pastry and then you bake it with a pan on top so it doesn't rise. But with choux, it's already soft. And it's just like... the texture of a choux pastry by itself is not that good. It's very plain. Yeah. Have you seen Matt Adler's Millefeuille? Excuse me. Here.
This is a fancy looking millefeuille with the flakiest pastry, a chocolate crema and orange gel. The texture, it shatters in your mouth when you're eating it. It's amazing. And you combine that with the crema and the orange gel. It's delicious. So chocolate puff pastry is just puff pastry with a little bit of cocoa powder in it. So we've got our dry ingredients here: flour, salt, cocoa powder. We're going to add that onto a stand mixer and pour in some melted butter.
It does look like hot
before
dogs.
adding in our water and our vinegar. The vinegar is important.
Chocolate hot dogs.
The gluten. The dough will be shaggy once we're done with it. We're just going to really gently knead it on the work surface, just 30 seconds until it pulls together, and then we can shape it. We're going to take our dough, we're going to shape it into a rectangle, which is pretty much the same
Also,
size
yeah,
as
hi.
our
Happy Saturday.
So, I've drawn the measurements onto acetate or a piece of parchment paper, slap your dough on top, and then we're going to fold this over and roll it into that rough rectangle. By shaping it like this, it just makes the next part much easier when you are laminating. And I did, by the way, tape the back of it just to hold it together. You're going to chill this in the fridge now for 3 hours. While that dough chills, we need to make our butter blocks. I've got a piece of acetate here with some rough dimension on it. It's not too important. We're going to flip that over. We're going to slap our butter into the center. Then we're going to fold up the acetate, all the parchment paper around the outside, and roll the butter to the edges until it's a nice, neat block. You can see it's relatively rectangular. That is fine, right? We're going to put this in the fridge and let it chill. Okay, so take your dough out once it's chilled. I'm going to lightly flour it and roll it to about double the length of our butter block.
Have you made anything?
Otherwise, you're going to have a disaster on your hands. Place it into the center of your dough, fold the chocolate dough up around it, and then cut the edges to release some tension. By the way, a box cutter is the greatest thing to have in the kitchen. And then you're just going to roll
there
your
are
dough
some things I
into a
just
nice
struggle
long
with,
rectangle.
and
Trim
French
away
words are
any
one of them.
shaggy edges you might have.
And reading is another one.
Fold. We're going to chill this in between each fold just because it's quite warm, and then